atmosphere can only be described as electric. So let's find out what as our plans or hasn't impacted with the parent staff as a target. What are you wearing?
Chcesz podładować swój teraz?
Famously known as the just walking down the carpet now.
Bay. Warning, security breach in the Med Bay. Warning, security breach. Warning, security breach in the Med Bay. Airlock initiated.
get a lovely view from there of the dome. You have to be quite wealthy in your own right to become Lord Mayor of the City of London. But there's a kind of symbolic gesture. She's greeted at the end of a road known as the Strand, which is the boundary line between the two cities, the old and the new. And the new Lord Mayor presents the hilt of his sword at the end of the full-day programme. You'll see it in a minute. We've just stopped at the lights. There are 32 pods, little capsules. Now, a lovely view of the Thames coming across Westminster Bridge. And again, you'll get a lovely river view. It's the best side of the river, actually, this side. Have a look at the water level. It's gone down a bit. Remember I was talking about the Thames and the tides going down. See the green line on the walls? That's the tide line. It's a mark on the walls. Look to the right, there's the London Eye again. Another lovely view of the Thames in that direction. Scotland Yard on the right, the red brick building up ahead, and the terrace, the T terraces on the left-hand side for the members of Parliament. House of Lords is the red awning. House of Commons is the green one. They don't mix. They're two separate terrace areas. House of Lords and House of going down Victoria Street. This is good. This is very good. Very good, Ash. It's good because we're going towards Buckingham Palace. I wanted to get there without the traffic. There's the Abbey. That's the entrance where you see the men in the red capes on the left there if you're going to the Abbey tomorrow. This building up ahead on the right is Methodist Hall. On the right, this is where the United Nations held their first ever assembly in 1946 in that building, before they finally made their headquarters in Manhattan in New York. In Leicester Square, and that's an idea we copied from New York, where you can pick up half-price tickets. Our tactics as to where we're going to stop, because they've closed the Buckingham Palace Road down, which is the road on the left. I'm hoping, get my fingers crossed. Yeah, go straight ahead, Ash. What's he doing there? Is that road still open, or is it closed?
No, so do you want to go straight?
Yeah, go straight up, because they're like, what's he doing down there? Let's have a look here.
No, it's closed halfway up.
of the largest diamonds in the world are in the Crown Jewel collection. Rubies. We've got the Kohinoor diamond, and I'm afraid we're keeping it. We're looking after it for India. Okay, the Kohinoor diamond. It's about 4.5, 5 inches tall. That big chunk is in the Royal Scepter, which is a solid gold bar, about 3 feet in length. A solid gold bar. You'll see this, but it's the one you've got to look for. And this big chunk on the top. Now these two diamonds originally came from one of the box under my bed. Yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. And then one of my favourite little crowns, I mentioned already the coronation piece of St Edward's crown. Then you've got the Imperial State crown. Then you've got this tiny little crown, looks like a doll's crown. Beautiful pieces in it. It's about 2,000 little diamonds done. The Crown Jewel collection used to be housed in an underground vault years ago, and it was terrible really because you couldn't see anything. There was no interpretive materials, and they pushed you in and they pushed you out. But what we've done now, this has been going on for a while, about 12 years ago, Mabley Hall in the old Garrison block, all on ground level, so it's easy access for anybody in a wheelchair. And then they've gone down quite a few feet. You can't even see the water now. And it will drop, it goes down 25 feet. Now if you're looking at, look, it's gone, you see the green line? Now that's gone almost 10, 15 feet. It's going to go down a bit more. So it's becoming low tide. On the boat to the London Eye, we get off over there, and it's a wonderful way to see another aspect of London from a river perspective, because you'll see all the key bridges, you'll see all the wonderful buildings along the shore of the Thames. Now the Tower of London, this castle, is it also has quite a bit of bloody history. Look at that lovely view of St Paul's on the right, look towards the river. To the middle of the bridge where you see the double-decker red bus. You can just see the dome of St Paul's. Lovely view from here, looking above the skyline, seeing the dome. Yeah, so every morning you live there up until Elizabeth I. It's bloody history. It's Royal Mint. Isaac Newton actually worked at the Tower of London, organising it in the 18th century. On the right hand side you'll see the twin towers of Tower Bridge. Going to get great views of all this in a minute when we walk down to the riverfront, but they weren't there, but they've done that probably just to keep that sense of surprise when it's all finished. Oh, I can see them down there on the right, look, you see the gardeners down there. I got back, we'll see that anyways.
Orders, nicknamed the Beefeaters, that live in Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress, the Tower of London, at all times, at bequest of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, because we are the Queen or King's ceremonial state bodyguard. In fact, we're the oldest formed bodyguard in the world still in existence. We were formed in the year 1485 at the Battle of Bosworth during the reign of King Henry VII. Now, when you see some of my colleagues, you'll think that some of them actually joined in 1485. Luckily for you, in this next 10 minutes, you've got probably the best looking beefeater in the Tower of London. Do not take my word for it. Wait till you see my colleagues and you'll see what I mean. So we live here to become a yeoman warder or a beefeater. That's our nickname. Tower behind me with the kings and queens. Because we've protected them for over 531 years, we got to feast on whatever they were eating that evening. Predominantly livestock, when they were moved out in 1835 to Regent's Park, and that formed the London Zoo. But beforehand, we used to have lions, tigers, a polar bear, even an African elephant were kept in the Tower of London. But they were all moved out by the Duke of Wellington. He wanted this to return back to its magnificent fortress. He didn't want it to be a theme park or a zoo. Happy?
When you come out, you'll come out there, more lose down there.
Never are you like, oh, what this situation, how I can resolve this?
trip, nearly an hour. It's nice. You can sit down.
This is the final call for Marseille, so if any passengers wish to disembark here, contact a member crew as soon as you can. Marseille Terrace, contact a member crew as soon as you can. Failing to do so will make you miss your stop.
That's a horrible sight line there. Final call for Marcel Ceres. Look at the door.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, there's no sight line. Yeah.
Our next stop is Canary Wharf. All passengers for Canary Wharf make your way towards the back of the boat. If you tapped in, you will have to tap out, otherwise you pay the maximum fare. Canary Wharf, make your way towards the back of the boat.
May we also draw your attention to the safety instruction notices posted on the outside deck.
Our next stop is Tower Pier. All passengers for the Tower make your way towards the back of the boat. If you tapped in, you will have to tap out, otherwise you pay the maximum fare for Tower Pier.
Probably guessing. Place is 9,000 tons maybe. Big guns though. It could be closer to 10. The bigger cruises are like 15 or bigger.
pier. Make your way towards the back of the boat.
The one looks like a Bavarian structure holding up the roof.
The next pier is Embankment.
This is the RB1 service heading westbound with our final 3 stops will be Embankment, then Westminster, then lastly London Eye, Waterloo. That's 3 more stops. Embankment first, and then Westminster second, then lastly London Eye, Waterloo. If there's any passengers here wishing to head further westbound, i.e. towards Putney, I recommend disembarking at the next stop, the Embankment, and wait for an RB6 service heading westbound, which will be shortly arriving after we disembark at Embankment Pier. If there's any passengers here wishing to return back eastbound with our services today, that's towards Blackfriars, Bankside, London Bridge Tower, Canary Wharf, Greenland.
I suppose they go across that way then.
Yeah. Beautiful day for a picture. Beautiful day for a picture.
This was done to allow suitable vessels to pass through, saving them the laborious journey going around the island.
So obviously when we stop like this, we try and keep as close as we can just so you can hear me. And obviously within your comfort. And this was the fastest of.
Yeah, way faster. Yeah, so much more energy.
Down by the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency. All vessels are fitted with life rafts, which, in the unlikely event of an emergency, will either float free or be launched by a crew member. Life jackets. Further along to the left, you will see two low buildings with a white flagpole in the foreground. This was at one time the Deptford Victualling Yard, where vessels of the Royal Navy came to get stores before going to sea. There was also a shipbuilding yard on this site, and it was here that Peter the Great of Russia came to learn the art of shipbuilding in around 1698. In between the two buildings, you will see a set of stairs. It is at the top of this set of stairs where, it is said, Sir Walter Raleigh laid his cloak in a muddy puddle for Queen Elizabeth I to step upon. The Queen was visiting Deptford at the time in 1581 to knight Sir Francis Drake aboard the Golden Hind, which lay afloat here after his circumnavigation of the world. area over to the left now is Greenland Dock. The original dock on that site was opened in 1696 and was the centre of the whaling trade until 1809 when it became an import dock. Further along to the left, coming into view, is Surrey Docks, formerly known as the Surrey Commercial Docks. And up until the late 1970s, this is where the majority of timber imports came. Canary Islands, hence the name. The construction of Canary Wharf was started in 1988 and the tallest building there is 774 feet high. Peter, together they had a son who they named Thomas, who later went on to become Thomas Jefferson, President of the United States in 1801. Hence the name. Built in 1543, the pub has been frequented by many famous people, such as the artist Whistler, Samuel Pepys, Charles Dickens, and the infamous Judge Jeffreys. in the unlikely event of an emergency, will either float free or be launched by a crew member. Life jackets are stored under seating or in boxes marked with a green life jacket sign. Emergency exits are also clearly marked by green signs, and the vessel is invented by William the Conqueror in 1067. The oldest part of the tower is the centre with the 4 towers known as the White Tower or the Keep. This was built by William the Conqueror, and the other parts were added by subsequent reigning monarchs. In its time, the tower has been a palace, a fort. Among them were Anne Boleyn, Lady Jane Grey, and Sir Thomas More, to name but a few. Over to the left in World War, most notably at the Battle of North Cape, where she took part in the sinking of the German battlecruiser Scharnhorst. She also took part in the Normandy landings. Shard of Glass. Construction started in 2009 and was completed in 2012. The Shard is 310 metres high and was designed by the Italian architect Renzo Piano. You will see a tall stone column surmounted by a golden ball of fire. This is the monument to the Great Fire of London of 1666. The fire started in a baker's shop in Pudding Lane, and if the monument were to be laid down in an easterly direction, it would reach the spot where the fire started. The monument was designed by Sir Christopher Wren and completed in 1677. The bridge was sold to the McCulloch Corporation and now stands on Lake Havasu in Arizona, USA. Over to the left, you will notice a building with a thatched roof. This is a replica of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, which stood near this site during the 17th century. The present building was conceived by the American film director Sam Wanamaker, who unfortunately died during construction. The project was then taken over and completed by his daughter Zoe. The large brick-built building on the left with a tall chimney is the Tate Modern Art Gallery. The building started life as a power station designed by Sir Giles Gilbert Scott and was built in 2 stages between 1947 and 1963. The building finished life as a power station in 1981. The Tate Modern holds the world's largest collection of modern and contemporary art. Dome of St. Paul's Cathedral. The cathedral stands 365 feet high to the top of the cross and has the second largest unsupported dome in the world, the largest being on St. Peter's Church in Rome. The cathedral was designed by Sir Christopher Wren and completed in 1710. Buried in the crypt, among others, are the Admiral Lord Nelson, the Duke of Wellington, and Sir Christopher Wren. The bridge we are about to pass under is Blackfriars Road Bridge, opened by Queen Victoria in 1869. You will notice the tops of the abutments resemble church pulpits. They were built in this fashion to commemorate the Blackfriars Monastery, which stood on the north shore to the right in the 13th century. The other 2 bridges here are the St. Paul's and Blackfriars Railway bridges. On the corner to the right is Unilever House, headquarters of Lever Brothers, the soap and detergent manufacturers, and was completed in 1931. On the right-hand side is a building with a steep black roof. This is the old City of London School for Boys, attended by, among others, Sir Winston Churchill before he went on to Harrow. The school was established in 1837. The building dates from 1882. On the left-hand side, you will see a building with the word OXO on the top. An OXO, for those of you who don't know, is a small beef stock cube used in cooking. At the time the building was constructed, there were very strict laws governing illuminated signs, and so to get around these, the architect incorporated the name in windows, which at night time are illuminated in red. In Wellington, you will notice an archway. Just past the arch on the pavement either side of the road, you will see two silver dragons. These mark the boundary between the City of Westminster, which we are now entering, and the City of London, which we are now leaving. On the right side, the building with the green dome is Somerset House, built in 1786 as a residence for the Duke of Somerset. In later years, the building housed the Admiralty. Over to the left, the large concrete building is the National Theatre, opened in 1976. The bridge here is Waterloo Bridge, built mostly by women, as most of our men were away fighting in the Second World War. It was completed in 1947. To commemorate Lord Nelson's victory over the French at the Battle of the River Nile in 1798. The obelisk is said to be over 4,000 years old. The building is mostly made up of private apartments. Some of the famous people to have lived there are David Lloyd George, William Gladstone and Oscar Wilde.
Well folks, as you see in front of us, Westminster Pier. This is our final stop, folks, so that's all changed once we're safely moored alongside. If you have a return ticket to go back down river today, boats leave here every 40 minutes. The last boat back to Greenwich from this pier leaves at 3:40, and the last boat back to the Tower leaves at 5 o'clock. So it's all changed when we're safely moored alongside, folks, and just be careful stepping from the boat to the pier. If there's anyone who wants to go straight back down river, please let me know as I walk through the boat, and then we can get the other boat to hang on.
This was before they day, traffic will be like this.
Sorry?
Throughout day, the traffic will be like this only. Always. This patio. Yeah, you can stop. Can you stop somewhere here? You can get down anywhere here, no problem.
Last year, Laura's listening so she can make sure it happens.
I want to ride in the gondola.
Ride in the gondola.
Yeah, we can probably make that happen in 2 countries, actually.
Here we go. That's awesome. And they will sing.